Not so long ago, I ended up talking about being delusional. And this is something that you see a lot, especially nowadays. You have some people who live their whole life being delusional, and you usually see this a lot when it comes to companies. There are so much big companies out there who just make these absolutely just stupid decisions, but they just keep on backing themselves up and keep on saying that it's going to be absolutely fine, and we're making the total right decision. Easy, good example where you can see this in was also something I ended up talking about not so long ago, ended up being phase. You have some people who still talk about the company like people actually care about them and like they're going to make good decisions and they're still definitely going to be alive in the next 5 years and everything is going absolutely fine. And all these people complaining, they're just haters. They're bringing absolutely no value. Let's not go bother them at all. And another good example of a big, ginormous company who's worth millions of dollars who ended up being extremely delusional has to be Meta. This is something that not a lot of people know exists because it has to do with the metaverse, and that's literally just one of the biggest jokes of all time. And just something that when someone brings up those two words, some people just automatically start laughing or just think they're going to make some joke trying to make fun of it. Because I think it's something that's well known now that the whole existence of the metaverse is just absolutely meaningless, and there's really no reason for this thing to exist at all because the VR chat exists. VR chat is literally what metaverse is, but literally 400 times better, because on VR chat you can literally be whoever you want. Like you could go on and log on as like, I don't know, Hajimu Miku or something and just walk around and have fun talking to the other thousands of anime girls are there, because that's literally the only things you will see on VR chat. You only see two types of people. Okay, you have furries and then you have anime girls. You see absolutely nothing else, because why would you play as anything else? In these digital online space, you can literally be whatever you want. The world is your oyster. Insert any quote that means you can do whatever you want. And obviously, I think everyone collectively know, we all come together, that the best choice that just every person wants to be, for some weird reason, it's just an anime girl. Let's be honest, that's the only thing you want to be. But the main reason why I bring up whole like the digital space or like digital fashion in general is because Metaverse ended up hosting a whole fashion show. They thought it would be a brilliant idea that people will definitely going to want to join a fashion show in the metaverse. And I know everyone who ended up signing with the decisions and all the companies who went with it generally thought this was a good idea because they committed with it. And shocking to literally absolutely no one joined. No one cared at all, and I'm pretty sure 95% of the world didn't even know that it exists. But because they were just so delusional, they just thought to themselves that this will be an absolutely amazing idea and something that will help go and push and support them into the future. Because this is exactly what we need in the world. We need more stuff like metaverse fashion shows. I'm getting 100% off topic again when I'm coming to that. The main reason why I wanted to go and bring this up, another place where you can see a lot of people being delusional, which I know I'm saying this a lot, but that's kind of like the whole point of me talking about this, is gaming fans. Now, being a gamer is not really the greatest experience of all time. It's something that I talk about a lot on this channel, and I really don't feel like repeat about it again because I swear I talked about how bad gaming is now. But one thing that's always interesting to look into is a fan base, which I did bring up some examples of like some fan base being absolutely delusional and just hoping that one game is going to come out, hoping that a game release is going to happen. But somehow when I was talking about whole communities just joining together and being delusional, I ended up missing out probably one of the most saddest communities you can ever see on the internet, even sadder than the GTA 6 community, and that easily has to be the Bloodborne community. Now, I'm going to be honest, I never really played Bloodborne at all because I never really had a PS4. I've just never had the resources to even go and play the game. So me playing the game was just something that I just could not do at all. But as we all know, not so long ago, the new State of Play ended up coming out, and it ended up being really good in my opinion. A lot of cool games ended up being announced, and I really did enjoy the show. But if you look in the chat, which is something that I recommend you never do when it comes to any of these game shows or any of these game showcase, because the chat could be an absolutely terrible place to be. It's just filled to the brim with people saying that the showcase is bad immediately because it did a show insert game that has zero chance of ever coming out, unless it's Nintendo. If it's a Nintendo Direct, is literally the exact opposite, where it's literally just people supporting every decision they make, literally no matter what. They can literally release the worst game of all time and you have tons of people saying that this is the best showcase ever because, well, Nintendo's on it, and because Nintendo's talking about it, it's literally just guaranteed to be good because it have to. Because because tell me one time where Nintendo ended up doing something wrong, being a bad company, or being extremely disappointed, because as we know, they're only amazing, and we're just going to completely ignore how they're just trying to get rid of every single emulator known on the planet, even though they're giving you no other way to go play those games. But hey, that's a video for absolute another time. We're not here to go and talk about that. And in their whole showcase, you have a lot of people in the comment section saying that the showcase was bad because Bloodborne Remaster didn't come out. Now, if you guys don't know what Bloodborne Remaster is, it's basically just something that's not real, it's absolute fan fiction, and it's something that a lot of Dark Souls fans love to collectively come together and say today's the day that Bloodborne ended up being released on PC. Every single time when Sony does literally anything, it actually just doesn't matter at this point. They could say that we're going to release a brand new game, they could say that we're going to release a brand new cookbook. Tons of people will come out of nowhere and say today's the time that Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne Remaster is going to come out. And if you've been wondering how long this has been going on for, when the first time where Sekiro Shadow Die Twice ended up being announced, and it shows little teaser trailer of like the guy's like prosthetic hand, there were tons of people saying that this wasn't a brand new game and it was just Bloodborne 2. And that ended up coming out around 2018, I think. That's how long this whole fan base has existed, and people just basically hoping that Bloodborne 2 is going to be real. But sadly, we don't live in that timeline, and I truly don't think Bloodborne 2 even exists. I don't think it's ever going to come out. Now, this could be something that could age absolutely poorly, which I should be happy with. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because I don't even own a PS5, so if Bloodborne 2 come out, I wouldn't even be able to play, so I wouldn't even care that much. Every single time Sony makes an announcement, you always know that there'll be people there saying that this is the time for Bloodborne 2, this is when it's going to get announced, or a PC port. Tons of people have been asking for a PC port of the game so people can, actually go and play it, because as we all know, Sony is starting to release their games on PC, and although they're only releasing a little bit at the time, and they also only release the game when the game isn't relevant anymore, they kind of released it on PC so they could go get a second win. Absolutely amazing business model, and Bloodborne is absolutely perfect for that. It's a game that is long dead, as I don't think a lot of people on the PS4 are going to go and buy Bloodborne, because I don't think a lot of people care about it anymore. So a lot of people are just waiting for this PC port to ever come out, which I don't know. It is extremely sad to see tons of people go on Copian every single day, and this is even more sad to see the fake Elden Ring people. How the last time I ended up talking about this topic, you had literally people making fan fictions about Elden Ring bosses. This is even more worse because these people are still going, and it's just sad to see the comment section of the Sony Direct and see all these people just not happy that Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne Remaster never came out, and that day will probably never come, unless I don't think we're going to see that until an extremely long time. Anyway, this is just something that I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.